and welcome back to the Xfinity Desk. We are getting ready for our second match of the HCS Pro League Summer 2017 season. And of course, like we said before, today is our very last matches. Now, we do have all the players set up in the lobby and we are ready to rock and roll. So let's not waste any time and get ready to jump right into the matches here. Like we said, Evil Geniuses versus Ronin here. Yeah, can't wait to see this one. It is the same series of game types that we saw before. Starting this one off with CTF Fathom. I cannot wait to see who is going to be going huge in this series. I don't know. I feel like Tapping Buttons is starting to come into his own. I keep watching the stats from all of the scrims and Evil Geniuses. He's constantly sitting up onto the top, and it's pretty difficult to do when you have players like Falcated, Roy, and Lunch. They kind of all grab the weapons too, and Tapping Buttons still finding his own. Yeah, Tapping Buttons is putting himself in the category with all of these young talents like we were talking about before. You've got the Frosties, the Hooks, the Renegades, the Shotsies. Tapping Buttons is making a case for himself to be considered in that category. We'll see if he's able to keep up that momentum here in this game as the players are loading up now. We'll see who we're starting off here in just a moment. Capture the flag, 3 captures to win, as you know, and we're starting this one off with none other than Lunchbox. Lunchbox gonna grab the light rifle to start this one, trying to watch for anyone going down towards bottom center. He's aware of that silo push coming in from L-Town. L-Town been making that move for quite some time now. He's going to get extremely aggressive and make his way towards the porch. It's going to be Spartan, though, coming in with the beatdown. Roy going to try to come off the spawn and help, but he gets pegged with 2 grenades. Almost dies. Look at how much little health he has left, Kyle. Those were great grenades, and luckily for Roy, is able to stay alive by some team here. The nade from Lunchbox to get some hit markers. They're going to know there's a player hiding there in the base. That flag is being moved. Very interesting. Numbers advantage is over in favor of Ronin right now, as 2 are dead here for EG. They even had the railgun. Lunchbox doing his best. He gets that flag extremely far here, but his team is still dying. Great run there coming out from Ronin. Evil Geniuses was not expecting a silo pull. Meanwhile, while that was happening, they did get a counter pull of their own. You can see Tapping Buttons getting that one all the way towards the porch. So great job by both teams, especially Evil Geniuses, in an instance where I felt like that was going to be a for sure flag capture for Ronin. They do come back and get this flag standoff. Tapping Buttons going to get the kill onto Straight Stick. That is also the railgun player. Extreme aggression coming in and completely dominating Suspector. Are you kidding me? I mean, he had a little bit of help there, but yeah, that was still destruction. The first 3 or 4 shots. 7, 8, something like that. I guess, yeah, but Falcated now trying to bounce back here and try to get the return for Evil Geniuses after Ronin came through with the aggression to start this one. Beatdown going in onto Spartan. Multiple players coming in from the window area, so Straight Stick's in a great position to lay down some fire with the battle rifle. Roy with the flag is the last guy alive, so they're going to spot him. You can see Roy going to have to drop that flag. Instead, he's going to ground pound it on over towards the elbow. Suspector can get the kill onto Roy. Tapping Buttons now tossing a couple grenades, so everyone from Evil Geniuses now stuck in their base. Not a good position to be in while the railgun's coming up, but Tapping Buttons doubling back and having perfect shots on the Straight Stick. Yeah, and then EG on their back foot, even down in numbers, gets control of the railgun and gets a numbers advantage here as they're pushing in, trying to focus on this return. They've got top center. Will Roy be able to escape with the camo? That's going to be the real question. L-Town not able to finish him off, and sure enough, he does. Yeah, and also Tapping Buttons gets that touch on the flag, so it's obvious that Evil Geniuses wants to control their own treehouse here. That's the play. Instead of bringing the flag all the way to their own flag, Tapping Buttons gets shot in the back as Falcated picks up a double kill. That was some friendly fire coming in. Now Tapping Buttons has a good opportunity to push in after he does get that hit grenade marker. So is he going to charge in through the window? That's going to be the play. Has 1 grenade. He's going to toss it in there. Has a player over towards the engine. Make that 2 players towards the engine. There goes the beatdown. There goes the return. There's a player around the corner. Another beatdown coming in. He still has his shields on a 3rd beatdown, but that player comes in and gets the touch, still in a standoff situation. Yeah, signs of life for a return, but not enough altogether. 3 melees do go down there from Tapping Buttons, but just not enough consecutively to actually get that return. So we're still looking at a big flag standoff as Lunchbox is getting collapsed on and taken out almost instantly. Roy will finish off the kill though, so they do answer back. Great job there coming in from both of the players. Spartan trying to get the return. You can see he has so many players from Evil Geniuses in front of him, so he's going to elect to come back and try to regroup towards top center. Smart play coming in, but Straight Stick didn't get the memo, so he's going to drop on over to Falcated. What a long standoff. I mean,
This standoff, Kyle, what if it goes on all the way to 0-0? I mean, honestly, so difficult to break the setup coming in for both teams, but it could happen here. Spartan in a good position. He gets the return. Ronin going to get the first cap.
Just great.
Caster curse.
Great return here from Ronin, and sure enough, not going to last the whole time here. It's good defense opportunities, but that was just clutch plays here from Straight Sick.
Yeah, Straight Sick, good positioning. Spartan, great positioning as well. Now Roy trying to respond for Evil Geniuses, trying to make his play over towards the railgun, but it's not happening. So Spectre gonna grab this one. Let's see what he's gonna be able to do.
And they just had a fresh 3 dead here, so this is perfect opportunity. They're running the flag already. Tapping Buns is in the base, but he is getting collapsed on by multiple people. Will not be able to grab that. Gets 3 kills, but ultimately taken out, and another flag here for Ronin already.
Ronin is so strong at CTF Fathom, they've really opened it up now after getting that first one. Spectre's still with plenty of railgun ammo too, so he can sit here and play some defense. He can now make his way on over towards top center if he would like, but it looks like he's gonna take it slow, rotate on over towards the elbow, and then get control of his treehouse, which is where Roy was trying to lock down. And now there's a player that has flanked in behind, so this is a good opportunity for Evil Geniuses potentially to do what Ronin did to them to start this one. There's Falcated running that flag, and he gets away with it underneath the Spectre.
Yeah, we'll see how far he's able to get that. He's also got the camo, so that would have been such a great opportunity if he was able to stay alive, looking at maybe even more than 1 flag capture, but instead might be an opportunity to put this one away as Tapping Buns gets a touch and a kill, but 3 dead. Somebody's on the flag return. They pick up the kill. 3 dead here for Ronin, and they might very well be able to make this one interesting.
Great job by Falcated right there. I mean, what a run from Evil Geniuses. 2-1 now. Is Ronin going to be able to respond and potentially close this game out to take a lead here? Nice shots from Roy on Spectre. A couple players from Evil Geniuses now flooding on that red bridge. 2 players inside of the blue treehouse area for Ronin. Spartan going to find one on the Tapping Buttons. Trying to get that kill onto Lunchbox as well, but no, Roy going to fly off the map right there. Not good for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, and we'll see what Spectre's able to do here. He's pushing across the map. He might run into some action here over at Treehouse. We'll see the hit markers come. That does take Tapping Buns, no shields. He's not going to be able to do anything. 3 dead. Last player alive is Roy, hiding an engine, no shields. Takes a shot again. His shields are not going to recharge. Tapping Buns trying his best to help out. 1 does get cleaned up, but they will ultimately start picking up a few additional kills here. Straight Sick decides he's going to be the one to move the flag here. Tapping Buns trying his best to kill him. Does take him out. Railgun over here by Silo, but it looks like EG's doing their best. It might actually be able to stop this fight.
Someone needs to get a touch, and that's exactly what they did. L-Town laying down the cover fire. Evil Genius is not in a good position to overextend because the silo area was being choked, but you have too many players from Ronin sitting back. L-Town, this is the last cap. He needs to be falling back and helping his teammates right now. That 1v1 is completely useless. He can leave that guy on the side of the map. His teammates are clutching it up, but L-Town needs to get around the corner. There he finds Roy, and it doesn't matter. Ronin is going to put it in. 3-1 to start this one off. What a game by them. It started off with the flag standoff. Boom, they get another capture after that, and then they flawlessly executed on that last one. L-Town a little bit slow with the railgun, but it didn't matter. His teammates still picking it up.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of that game, Spartan was going extremely clutch once again. He actually destroyed Tapping Buns at the end there, getting a melee. Tapping Buns missing 3 or 4 light rifle shots or battle rifle shots to try to get that kill. We'll watch some replays here and then talk about the stats a little bit more. But ultimately, Lunchbox, the player we were highlighting before the game, with very rough game number 1, 5-17 out of him.
Yeah, not the game that Lunch was looking for. Falcated and Tapping Buttons both positive, but you do see 14 assists coming out from Roy and 9 assists from Lunchbox. I wonder what the power weapon kills were. So 6 power weapon kills in favor of Ronin, only 1 for EG.
It pretty much almost always tells the story, Tom, and sure enough, yeah, power weapon control absolutely affects who's able to come out ahead in some of these game types. And Lunchbox and Roy really kind of falling short in that game type, even though Roy had a lot of assists here, just not able to put it all together.
Yeah, that's not an acceptable game coming out from the Browns. They're definitely going to try to pick that one up, but that's great sign for Ronin. And that is a game type that they had to win. That's one of their specialties is CTF Fathom. So now we move into a Rig Slayer where they're fully capable of winning this one as well. I mean, if they can get some sort of setup, if they can get the sniper rifle, we see Spartan's been doing some miraculous things. We already touched base on how great Straight Sick is with that sniper rifle. So we'll see what can happen for Ronin. I mean, this is a potential great momentum boost for them, even though they can't move up up in the standings like they were hoping for still could send a really direct message.
Yeah, and keeping in mind, they do not want to, or they want to make sure they're not falling to 8th place here. And, you know, they don't want to give EG an opportunity to move all the way up in the rankings here either. So they are coming out strong. We were talking about whether or not that would affect their play. It looks like it's got them all fired up here. And we are moving into Slayer on the rig. And we'll see what Lunchbox is able to do if he's going to redeem himself in this game and try to excel or send EG forward.
Looks like there is a fight going on over towards the scatter shot. Some sloppy shots coming in from both players over there, but it's going to be Lunchbox winning the battle of the slop.
That was a reversal, considering he missed. I guess Spartan missed more shots than Lunchbox did, but there was a lot of slop going on.
What was that? Lunchbox trying to thrust that off of the map, ends up working out for him overall, but L-Town escapes with the sniper rifle, so this is great news for Ronin.
Yeah, L-Town's got the sniper rifle. Suspector found camo for himself here. They're starting to try to push and work on some of these kills over towards Sniper Hall. And you can see L-Town, however, on his end is just trying to stay alive from some aggression coming out of Evil Geniuses by Nest.
Yeah, L-Town going to try to slow this one down by making his way over towards the carbine. This is a smart move, kind of set up like in Strongholds, but look at that. Evil Genius is making a huge push on over towards the pipe side. If they get caught out right now, this is going to be great for Ronin. They're in position. If they can get that scatter shot guy over there, it's going to be Suspector with the scatter shot. Looks like Lunchbox did get that kill onto Straight Six. L-Town's meleeing a dead body in front of him.
Yeah, I think L-Town meleeed that body and Suspector shot his scatter shot added to some very sneaky plays coming in here for Evil Geniuses, as the dead body is being a big point of interest here.
Now they are slowly but surely making their way on over towards where these guys are setting up. Again, seems like they really want to be focused on the pipes area. You do have Straight Sick crouching around the corner, but without any powerful weapons, just his pistol. Nice bait and switch coming in. Suspector going to find 2 kills with the scatter shot, and that's all 4 dead for EG.
Yeah, they had a good push going, but did not work out as they were just too concentrated on different people here, and Ronin just ends up cleaning up everyone.
Yeah, Ronin is really starting to add some more pressure as well. 4-kill lead over here. Straight Stick with the sniper rifle. This is exactly what Ronin was looking for, but you do have a couple of players over towards the bunker, so you're going to have to back off now if you are Straight Stick and reset.
Ooh, but as we're watching Straight Six screen, he's got 3 players in front of him. Evil Geniuses, the 4th member, comes off spawn over towards Carbine side. They're working on a collapse here. Big battles going on Tower 1. There's 3 members of EG. Somebody's just blocking shots. That's going to be Roy. And they pick up a trade. They're only down by 2 kills. Not that bad of a situation to find yourself in.
Yeah, not at all, especially the way that Ronin started this one. Lunchbox now with the sniper rifle, so going to try to find where he's located and which angles he's currently taking. Sitting with only 1 shot left. There he is. He wastes that one. Does get the hit marker onto L-Town, but you can tell that they've weakened Lunchbox, so they're going to get extremely aggressive on the side of Ronin. Tapping Button's getting one. Trade off there with L-Town. Suspector going to find one as well, so advantage on over to Ronin right now in terms of the numbers. Positional advantage on over to Evil Geniuses. That's a big kill right there for Lunchbox onto Suspector. Allows him to potentially get that kill onto Straight Sick. Nice trade, though, coming out from Ronin.
That was a great scatter shot kill there in that situation. 17th and 19, so EG still keeping it very close. They need to try to find the sniper rifle. Falcade, it looks like he's got one in his hands. He's going to grab that one off Tapping Button's body.
Evil Geniuses needs to bring this a little bit closer, just like they were around that 2-kill mark. You do not want this to get out of hand when you're already down 1. There it is, answering right back after being down 4. There it is, finding 2 kills, Tapping Buttons and Roy getting one. That's a big kill on a Suspector because he did have the scatter shot, but Straight Sick is going to pick it up off of his dead body, and now Evil Geniuses is going to make a push onto these guys towards the back wall area. Falcated getting the kill onto L-Town, looking for a little bit more. That's going to be Spartan. Good teamwork from Evil Geniuses. They took down 3 overall and only traded 1 kill for it. It's Straight Sick there with that scatter shot. You have to stay alive if you're Roy. That's exactly what he did. Wingman medal coming out from Roy.
Yeah, but Roy ultimately will grab that kill. Tapping Buttons falls to L-Town here. So all 4 members of Ronin are coming off spawn towards bunker and over controlling tower of the tower side of the map here. There is going to be players up near that railgun spawn. Another one over there towards Whitehall. We'll see where the collapse comes in, whether or not EG is going to try to play this one aggressive.
EG should. They should try to get Ronin on the ropes here right when that camo is coming up. Tapping buttons, coming in with the flank. Roy getting aggressive over towards the bunker area, but he's now getting pinched by 2 players. I'm wondering if Evil Geniuses thought that they were going to send a guy over towards the snipe side, but instead Spartan is going to get away with that camo here for Ronin, and nobody has the scatter shot. There it is. Lunchbox finally finds that one, and it gets called out on over to Spartan, so you know Spartan's going to try to hunt him down.
Ooh, and we'll see how this one plays out. We're watching Spartan on the side. Now you see that player outline tapping buttons behind. He gets called out. There's 3 people. Picks up a trade. Not a bad situation here. Wanted something better, but got away with an acceptable play.
Yeah, that's not that bad of a trade right there for tapping buttons, especially considering that he could have just been lit up by all 4 players there of Ronin. But Spartan shouldn't be the first guy to push up right here. I do not agree with this play. And he gets the business there from Roy. Is that going to open up the map from Evil Geniuses? Roy finding another one. That is not the play to make with the camouflage there from Ronin. They needed someone to distract for Spartan.
Yeah, that was not what you want to see happen if you're on Ronin here. You have the camo kind of have an advantage, and all of a sudden the game is tied up and camo is just erased off the map.
Slowing it down here is the right play for EG. They need to wait for this next sniper rifle to come up, and they do have the scatter shot right now, as Lunchbox did just drop that one, so it's so important for these guys to get on over there. There it is, 1 kill going on to Falcated, tapping buttons, picking up the other one, and they should be able to get that scatter shot. Yes, it is going to be tapping to get that one. Sniper coming up here any second, camo coming up shortly after that, and now you're starting to see Evil Geniuses kind of get some momentum over here, and this is the perfect time to do so.
Right, we're watching Suspector as he drops down. He grabs that DMR. Is 2 dead for Evil Geniuses, although it's Lunchbox with the sniper rifle, so they got to be careful. He is taking no shields. You can see they're trying his best to run around and stay alive. The collapse, however, we'll see how this one works out. Lunchbox does a great job buying more time here.
Yeah, this is the right spot to snipe as well. Sitting in the basement window, baiting the camo. You can have multiple angles, but perfect job by Ronin distracting over on the underpass and also slide thrusting in there to pick up the camo with a 2-kill lead and scatter shot in the hands of Straight-Sick. Good opportunity for a triple kill for Lunchbox if he wants to find it. Shocked that he took out his pistol right there. Maybe he's going to toss this one off. Instead, he's just going to thrust back, and he does drop. So ammo is going to go right on over to Ronin, and now they have a huge advantage as Allentown is coming around and flanking in this SMG area too.
Yeah, but we'll wait to see if anyone from Ronin's able to find that sniper rifle. May have gone off the map because nobody's been able to pick one up here quite yet.
Lunchbox, not sure if you're lagging out right there or what was going on, but looks like he got caught on the wall. 4-kill lead here for Ronin. Let's see if Roy is going to be able to bring these guys back into it. It's going to be so difficult to do so if they don't take out Straight-Sick, who is currently sitting directly below Roy. Lunchbox coming in with a double kill. That's huge. Falcade finding one onto L-Town now. Straight-Sick still probably sitting directly below Roy, and Roy doesn't realize that he does have players on his radar, however.
Yeah, Roy pushes out. He had a player with scatter shot directly below him, gets the melee. Will clean up that kill as long as Tapping Buttons is able to get away here. Sure enough, he does. Not a bad situation here. Another trade that could have been way worse, but still worked out in there.
Yeah, I'm shocked that he got that melee off there. Straight-Sick is probably upset that he lost a scatter shot in that situation, and that could have been big because he would have got maybe another player weak or even the kill there. And it's such a close game, everything matters. We saw in that Liquid Optics series how much it matters going down into game number 5. And look at this, 41 now to 42. 1-kill lead here for Ronin. Another player trapped down towards the trenches. We're looking at potentially the last camo or second to last camo coming down to being the big deciding factor here.
Yeah, we're still here over with Falcated. He's got a battle rifle. You've also got a DMR and scatter shot over to Tapping Buttons here. Great teamwork. Falcated will clean up a kill. Another trade goes in, so we're all tied up. That camo is about to be up any second here. We'll see how this one plays out.
Tapping Buttons flying in with the scatter shot, not able to get the kills that he wanted, but it is going to be a trade out nonetheless. 2 going on over to Evil Geniuses, all knotted up here at 45. And there's that camo we were talking about, but Falcade cannot survive. The grenades coming in. L-Town with a clutch double kill.
Oh, but then Lunchbox answers back with a kill of his own. And then Lunchbox had that camo, gets taken out by perfect shots with Spartan. L-Town answers with a perfect of his own. 49-46, make that 49-47. Looks like Roy's getting collapsed on in bunker. At least 2 players pushing on him. He's doing his best to stay alive. Oh, and they don't clean it up fast enough. And wow, what a close game number 2. Ronin in the lead here already, 2-0.
I cannot believe that they were able to pull it out like that. Ronin clutching it up. They refused to go down without a fight. Overall, it was Suspector at 18-9 and L-Town 18-10. Finally showing up is Ronin when they need them at the tournament, trying desperately to get another win on the board so they can end this season at 2-5. Falcated 8-15, not the performance that he was looking for. Evil Geniuses, they're coming out a little flat, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, with how close that game was and how many kind of opportunities Evil Geniuses had to get back into that, I thought they were going to be able to take it, but just too many clutch plays from Ronin overall. Spartan especially had some big plays, even though he was at 6-16. Suspector and L-Town with a plus 19 coming out of them, or 17, excuse me, coming out of them here, really leading the pack.
Well, that's big for Spartan. You know, he did have a lot of assists, you know, 6, 10, and 16, but -10 still not the place that he wants to be. And to be able to win a game like that, 50-47, when you had one of your more lackluster performance, is great news for Ronin. Now you can look at Spartan to say, all right, guys, thanks for picking me up that game. Now it's my turn to really step it up here in game number 3 and try to close that series out. Meanwhile, you know, Falcated, Lunchbox, they've really dropped the ball here in these first 2 games. Those are the 2 guys that really have to step it up. But, you know, I've said this before, if everyone takes their turn having a bad game in a best-of-5 series, you're not going to win a game. So it's really important for all 4 players to be extremely focused moving forward. Just doesn't seem like the teamwork's there for Evil Geniuses right now.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to turn it up. There's no more room for error here. It's absolutely possible. We've seen reverse sweeps already. We saw Optic Gaming get back into it here after being down 0-2. Now, as we go into a Plaza Strongholds, this is Evil Geniuses, a team that we already know is good on Stronghold game type. So this is a must-win situation. Obviously, they're already down 0-2. And as we're on board here with Suspector flying into yard, great grenades here coming out for Ronin, picking up first blood. Looks like Evil Geniuses elected to go for Nest, but wow, somehow 2 players that push bottom mid and Nest end up picking up 3 kills on EG, and they pretty much just lose everything.
Yeah, that was 3 dead for Evil Geniuses. Now Suspector currently capturing this yard. He's going to leave that for one of his teammates. Does have... Oh, he got it. That is so fortunate. He's not able to get the kill there. I wasn't sure why he got out of that and why he wasn't watching the light rifle area. That could have been big news there for Ronin. Instead, it's great for Lunchbox and the rest of Evil Geniuses. Lunchbox caught out no shields down towards the U-turn area, but that's going to be a triple cap and numbers going on over to Evil Geniuses.
Whoa, and Straight Sick with that thrust melee kills tapping buttons, who I think had the shotgun here. So somehow, after a godlike start for Ronin, one little mistake forces a triple cap on them.
Yeah, and it's another shotgun mistake, a little executional error there coming in on a Plaza Strongholds game, which comes back to bite these guys. Ronin does find 2 kills, however, and Straight Stick gets extremely aggressive, flying right past that grenade. Now Lunchbox is the last guy alive. They do have spawners coming in, and Lunchbox has gotten a kill and weakened a couple of other players, so that's going to buy some great time. Now Spartan's the last guy alive, and he drops, so Evil Geniuses coming out on top here to start off Strongholds Plaza. Again, you touched base on it, Kyle. This was their bread and butter to start the Pro League here. This could be a great opportunity for them to get back and make this a series.
Ooh, but it's going to be a big tell if Falcated's able to buy some more time, stay alive, get anybody weak here. Looks like he did get a melee off. We'll see as, yes, Lunchbox does clean up that kill. You have the rest of Ronin from time to go on the screen. You can see rushing over to the Nest. Another player over on light rifle. Again, people weak, all 4 members alive. They do get 3 dead here for Ronin, and they're going to get a reset on the Nest most likely, too. Another Dreams play here from Evil Geniuses running away in this game 3.
Yeah, and everyone's trapped inside the loop area right now for Ronin, so tapping buttons doing the perfect play here, rotating on over to yard, even had some help coming in. Now they have to focus on bottom, middle, and Nest because the spawns are going to come over towards the back wall. That's exactly what happened, so now tapping buttons making his way around. I'm not sure if Evil Geniuses forgot about the camo throughout all of this. You can see there's a player crouching right next to him. Is that the camo guy? It looks like it is. Straight Sick grabbing that one, so that was a big mishap there from Evil Geniuses to allow a power-up to go away while they were under control.
But good news is they picked up that kill on Straight Sick, so that's camo player down, and they got the reset bottom mid, so still accumulating time. Finally, Ronin has to make something happen here. They have a 4v2 advantage. They are starting this bottom mid capture, and they are already down by 60 points. They really need this.
There it is, bottom middle going on over to Spartan and Ronin here. Can they bring it back? Desperately trying to close this series out. Just like we were talking about, Kyle, how if Evil Geniuses goes up 2-0 in this series, it's not over because Ronin could potentially come back. The same here for Evil Geniuses as well. It's not going to get any easier for these guys. Ronin going to have to make sure that they keep this game close so they can either win this one or at least send a message going forward for the rest of the series.
Yeah, you do not want to be up 2-0 and then just get completely blown out in game number 3 here. As you can see, lots of kills still going over in EG's favor. They've also got the shotgun there and tapping buttons, hands. Big bottom mid fight here, and the reset comes in once again. Lunchbox gets taken no shields by a grenade. That's going to get cleaned up here. EG's got to be careful. They need to put together a coordinated push. Tapping buttons now by himself. Also gets taken out. Oh no, he has the shotgun and picks up the kill on Spartan before getting taken out.
Yeah, good job by Tapping Buttons getting the trade right there. Anything extra helps, but that does mean Ronin is going to take bottom middle overall. You do have Suspector waiting in the back for the shotgun, but he doesn't realize the shotgun is already in the hands of Lunchbox right now, so some wasted time coming out from Ronin. Evil Genius is going to punish that by retaking bottom middle. There's Suspector coming in on the kill feed there with a nice little pistol kill onto Roy, but Falcated gets that beat down onto Alatown, is in perfect position to come around and get the reset on bottom center, and that's exactly what he does. There was a player towards the runway, another guy located over towards blue, so everyone on Ronin right now spread a little bit too thin, and they need to now reset on over towards that yard area.
Oh, and that's a tough death for Falcated, as he's looked away twice as a player was on street, and it was just perfect timing for Ronin to secure that kill on him. Tapping buttons, Ronin will decide if he tries to pick up some kills here. Lunchbox, Falcated each grab a kill themselves, so we might be looking at yet another triple cap here for EG. Sure enough, they get this one. 2 dead for each squad. Now, the real part is where are they going to be coming off of spawn? It looks like they are recognizing it. It's going to be over towards that loop, and it's going to be over in Nest. And whether or not Tapping Buttons selects to fight yard here, he's just going to get dropped. Lunchbox escaped with that camo, but as you can see, we're coming down to the end of this one.
Camo just wears away when Lunchbox is trying to escape. It doesn't look like anyone is continuing to chase him. Instead, they're more focused on that objective towards the bottom middle area, but it's not going to happen. Evil Geniuses, they make this one a series by winning game number 3, 2-1 now, after Ronin was trying to close that one out. But that game was all Evil Geniuses. It didn't seem like Ronin ever had their feet underneath them, besides that awesome start getting 3 dead. Suspector grabs that shotgun, but that little misplay in the yard, and then it was all EG after that.
Yeah, EG definitely showed up here. Not surprised by that, as we've talked about. Strongholds being this team's bread and butter. As we take a look at some of the replays here, Ronin, it didn't look like they were playing the game necessarily poorly. It was just EG just constantly flying out and everything working out in their favor.
And we were talking about the 2 players that needed to step it up for Evil Geniuses, Lunchbox and Falcated, after having a bad number game 1 and 2, and that's exactly what happened for Evil Geniuses. 11 and 10 for Falcated most time, but meanwhile, Lunchbox 10, 7, and 4. 4 strongholds captured respectively for both of them. 3 strongholds secured for Falcated, 3 strongholds defended overall. 4 shotgun kills for Tapping Buttons.
Yeah, that is a really good point to bring up, because a couple of those last guy alive scenarios to pick up a kill or a trade is just so monumental when it comes to your teammates coming off spawn trying to break a setup. Not only that, but he kept the shotgun out of the enemy team's hands during those periods. So we are looking at a game number 4 Coliseum CTF. Whether or not Evil Geniuses is going to be able to stay alive here in the Pro League and tie up the series, we'll find out in just a minute.
CTF Coliseum, very similar to what we saw in this previous series, Optic Gaming taking on Liquid. Liquid was up in that game, Optic Gaming brought it back. Is the same going to be said for Evil Geniuses? Can they complete this reverse sweep? Lunchbox always pushing towards those rockets to start this one, chucking 1 grenade, possibly chucking another instead, just immediately going to fight Spartan. That grenade not going to connect, but it doesn't matter. First strike going on over to EG. Cannot get the grenade, or cannot get the rocket out, however, as Altown comes in and picks up those rockets.
Yeah, that's a scary moment here, because EG, they had the opening that they wanted. Lunchbox was able to secure those rockets and grab a first blood, but just turned them over immediately here to L-Town. Now he is locking down sniper side of the map. Tapping Buttons as he's pushing up, trying to contest here. He's got to be careful, because those rockets might be on the way to him very shortly.
Yeah, Tapping Buttons most likely going to die, and that is what happens as L-Town now with the Rockets trying to get inside that EG base, chucking one out over towards the cave. Lunchbox tossing that flag out, but he's going to be caught out there by the Rocket coming in from L-Town. And now the flag toss doesn't really matter, as you do have Ronin starting to make their way in there. But now L-Town is the last guy alive somehow, as EG picked off all of the players pushing in. And that was a 3-on-3 scenario because of the fact that L-Town had already taken out Lunchbox. So big win by the rest of the guys, Roy, Falcated, and Tapping Buttons.
Yeah, that was definitely a great job by Evil Geniuses playing defense here on their own base with that Rocket player locking down sniper side of the map. It was almost a sure thing cap if they were able to get the flag in. And keep in mind, that was L-Town who doubled back and killed Lunchbox, who tossed that flag out originally.
Great shots there from Straight Sick. Doesn't matter though overall. Yeah, Tapping Buttons was running that one extremely quick down towards the runway area. First cap going on over to Evil Geniuses, but that was some really nice shots from Straight Sick to back it down. However, great execution from Tapping Buttons, using that teamwork there with Lunchbox. Perfect shots there onto Spartan and letting him know about it, possibly trying to get inside the opposing team's head.
Tapping Buttons, some good shots there. Picks up a reversal medal here. 2 dead for both squads as we're watching Spartan, and he's got Suspector behind him. They're trying to play some defense. The rest of the team is coming off of spawn over here towards their flag as well, or back flag. And now we are watching here as Spartan is still pushing around the base, and we'll see what they're able to do, or they're able to get any real kind of control going here.
Yeah, this game's been pretty back and forth, but EG seems to have more of the momentum right now. A lot of that coming down to these individual fights. You see Tapping Buttons had some great shots. Falcated having some great shots as well. Roy now the last guy alive though. Rockets are gonna eventually go on over to Ronin, and they have positional advantage, so this is a great sign for them. Can Straight Sick distract long enough on the elbow for players to make their way on over towards the snipe side? He finds one kill. Can he find the other? He's the only guy right now inside of the base for EG, and he's doing it all by himself. 2-on-1, not a big deal for Straight Sick.
Straight Sick having a monstrous...
Oh, forgot the flag though.
Yeah, having a great play there on the elbow. 2 kills, that's not something you normally see here, especially against a team like Evil Geniuses. But some clutch plays here by Falcated especially helped secure a couple of kills here. Roy elected to push for that new sniper. They have the call outs on the player below the base. Hopefully he'll get some help here and they'll be able to put this flag back at home.
Roy doing whatever he can to stay alive on that snipe side of the map, fighting almost every single player on the Ronin team. A nice little thrust back coming in on the Suspector. Can he get the reversal? No. Good grenade onto Falcated. Nice 1v1 coming in from both players now. Suspector trying to advance towards the Evil Geniuses side. Has a player pushing in on over towards the elbow. Straight Sick just came off spawn. You have Spartan with the sniper rifle as well. So that's L-Town over with the flank now, working with Suspector on the side of the map. Spartan gets that grenade kill, still has plenty of sniper rifle ammo as well. Straight Sick eventually going to make his way over as well too. So this is a great opportunity here for Ronin to get inside of the base, but Evil Geniuses just setting up and just tossing way too many grenades for these guys to push forward.
Yeah, and it's actually going to be Spartan who has a sniper over at sniper spawn here, and he is just trying to cover his teammates as Suspector pushes in. He grabs the flag, so there's 3 members here. Lunchbox is hit by a nade and taken out by the flag carrier. It's a good kill here coming out of Falcated once again. I'm going to take a quick look at the stats and see who's really stepping up for these squads. Tapping Buttons and Falcated, both at 10 kills apiece. L-Town and Spartan at 12 and 10.
What a no-scope there from Tapping Buttons, helping secure the return for EG, who's desperately trying to push this one to a game number 5. That grenade, or that rocket, not going to connect for Lunchbox. Unfortunate for Evil Geniuses. Now it's up to Tapping Buttons to win this fight on over towards the elbow. Spartan has the first couple of shots, make that a perfect for Spartan. Keeps the majority of his shields as well, so we can toss this one out. Helps get that kill for Suspector onto Falcated. All 4 dead temporarily there for Evil Geniuses, and Straight Sick has the sniper rifle with control.
We've been talking about Straight Sick a lot here. We'll see if he's able to put this weapon to use, as we've seen him in the past do. Looks like Ronin able to tie this one up 1-1. Now he's only got 3 shots, makes the first one count while getting shot and having to jump out and challenge. That's a great sniper shot here by Straight Sick, and sure enough, he's moving exactly where you want that sniper rifle player to go. Trying to cut off some of these angles here, help his teammates push up onto the flag, and as 1 kill comes in, oh no, what a flank here by Roy. That was a great decision to make. Last 2 members here for Ronin on his own flag. Roy was the last guy alive.
And look at Roy just confidently challenging that with his pistol before even electing to grab that sniper rifle, which only has 1 shot in it, by the way. So great decision there by Roy. Now has a player over towards the pyramid. 3-shot beatdown. Look at that patience coming in onto Spartan. Spartan meleeed a little bit too early there. Now Roy getting that cleanup onto Allentown, getting aggressive after picking up the double, trying to push in with his teammate over towards the cave area. Doesn't look like the aggression is going to be there quite yet, though, because you do have a little bit of a standstill going on with defensive setup coming in from Ronin.
Ooh, Roy is going to find himself that new sniper, and he might be able to contest for these rockets here. No, he misses the first shot. He keeps his teammate alive. Very well may help secure these rockets here. Last two players alive for Ronin are on the flag. Make that one alive back of the flag here. Now, Mike, or Falcated here, needs to stay alive. Sure enough, he grabs a kill. Spawner's coming up towards elbow. Another one goes down to Lunchbox with rockets, but there's a player right behind him. You can see on this player outlines, and he does get the assassination and loses the rockets.
That's so unfortunate. And then also, because of that, it looks like Roy left the cave area and has some perfect shots on a Spartan, but that could have been so much more for Evil Geniuses. Roy has to retreat out of that position, eventually loses the sniper rifle because of those plays from the spawners up on the elbow for Ronin. So big missed opportunity there for Evil Geniuses. And now Ronin only needs one more cap potentially to have that be the game-winning cap.
Yeah, and they could close out the series. Keep in mind, they're still up 2-1 right now. You can see that on your screen here. It's a 3v3 situation. You got the rockets, you got versus the sniper rifle. Looks like Roy was able to find that weapon again here. Nobody picked that up off of his body. A missed rocket. That's going to be a big mistake coming out of L-Town here, and EG might have just bought themselves some time.
Yeah, that was big misplay coming in. Now Ronin's going to be able to toss this one out. As I said, Kyle, only one more cap to potentially be the game-winning cap. They do miss the flag a couple of times on this toss, so not as clean as they would have liked. That allows Lunchbox to come around the corner. Roy gets a kill as well. Tapping buttons, finds one Falcated on the return, but has a player below him. Do they get the return? They do. So big missed opportunity from both of the teams. Could have been 2-2 here. Instead, we're still looking at a 1-1 score.
Yeah, that was extremely tense moment here as EG almost saw the lights out for this series. Now, Spartan has found his way to that sniper rifle here, so we'll see what he's ultimately able to do as Suspector gets stuck here. Spartan, big perfect kill here coming out of Straight-Sig as well. So Straight-Sig and Spartan, they are two that are really stepping up right now.
Everyone just dying so fast. Every time you switch it to their screen, they are just dropping over and over again. I really feel like whoever gets that second capture is going to win this game. We may even end up into a little bit of a flag standoff. You never know the way these two teams have been playing. Now Roy's going to pick up the rockets off of Allentown's dead body. Let's see if he's going to be able to do anything with it. You can see Straight-Sig has a decent flank coming in. Is he going to try to pull the flag, or is he going to try to kill the priority targets? And it does happen. Roy drops the rockets right there. Great play from Straight-Sig, sacrificing his life for his team.
Ooh, but looks like Lunchbox does find that sniper rifle into his hands as well. So we'll see if he's able to put this one to use a little bit better than what we've seen in the past here. We're on board with L-Town here as he's playing Dipsy Doodle with Lunchbox, and Lunchbox needs to be careful here. And he gets taken out by a beatdown, and that's going to be another bad play by Lunchbox with the rockets here. And that might just close the door here on this series.
It may be. I mean, there is still 2.5 minutes left, but it looks like this flag is going to go in from Ronin. Everyone from Evil Genius is desperately overextending. They need to make sure that they're more focused on killing L-Town here.
Yeah, L-Town has that sniper rifle, picks up one great headshot, finally gets taken out. But 2-1 with not that much time left to play, EG has to step it up right now.
Yeah, Evil Geniuses on the ropes, desperately needs a flag capture here in the next 2.5 minutes to extend this series to a game number 5. But Allentown with a defensive grenade says no. Roy finds one onto Straight-Sig, looking for a little bit more underneath the base. There is Spartan. Can he get the kill onto Lunchbox? He can, and that's going to be numbers advantage on over to Ronin over here too. With the lead 2-1 in the series and in this score, all they have to do is maybe get one more flag capture or potentially hold off Evil Geniuses for 2 more minutes.
And we're still here with Falcated as he gets drilled by some grenades and taken out right as new rockets come up. Numbers advantage still over in their favor, and they are looking to close this one out, not by time, but by flag captures here. Straight-Sig wisely backing down as he is getting called out and collapsed on, but great teamwork here. Spartan finishes off the kill on Falcated. Now EG needs to buy some more time here. Maybe a sneaky cap is what these guys need to start focusing on, as that aggression from Ronin is not letting up.
Yeah, that's a pretty good statement. That's something that Evil Geniuses should be heavily considering right now as a flank on over down towards that runway area. But I feel like the way that Ronin's been playing, they're going to be aware of any situation like that and maybe keep someone falling back. But Ronin's also been adding even more aggression, trying to play the game the way they've been playing it the entire time. There's a reason that they're up 2-1. Maybe not the best idea to change it just based on the time so far. Suspector is going to drop right there. Now L-Town is the last guy alive. He's trying to kill the guy on the flag. Does so right there with a perfect grenade onto Falcated. Is that enough time to buy for his teammates coming in off spawn up from the elbow area?
Well, Lunchbox with a double kill here. Gets taken, no shields. Last two guys are Flag and Window. Now there are 3 dead. We'll see if Tapping Buttons can get anything going here. He is just electing to go right for that flag. Great decision as the guy does get taken out.
He lives.
He is able to live.
No way.
No, is this actually going to happen? This is blowing my mind right now. These games today, Tom, are absolutely
Are
insane.
you kidding me? Evil Geniuses with 30 seconds left on the clock ties it up 2-2. Tapping Buttons somehow miraculously living after tossing that flag out. L-Town was grenading the flag instead of focusing on possibly shooting that player to make him a little weaker. Could have been one of those times where they were playing the clock instead of playing the scenario instead. So 10 seconds left. We are definitely going to overtime. Next flag that gets capped is going to win it, as this flag has been pulled on over towards the elbow. It's L-Town with the flag, but he gets dropped immediately. Spartan Straight Sick drop as well. Now Straight Sick, last guy alive. He gets the touch, but now he's leaving himself open for a possible counter pull coming in from Evil Geniuses.
Ooh, some great grenades here from L-Town. Does secure 1 kill, but that flag does get returned here. And oh, if he wins his kill on Roy, no, Roy just too confident there, will win the challenge here. We are, like we said, in overtime. Great grenade, but no, Spartan goes clutch, finishes off the kill. It's going to be a 4v3 situation here. Lots of action happening on the other side of the map as we move over to Suspector here. He gets those hit markers, knows Lunchbox's no shields in the cave. The second follow-up nade will not be enough to take him out, though, as this is just extremely back and forth, Tom. I don't know who's going to take it.
Evil Geniuses, I cannot believe they did it with 30 seconds left on the clock. If you guys are just joining us, it was all Ronin a majority of this series. They were up 2-0. Evil Geniuses won Strongholds Plaza. It was 2-1 with 45 seconds left. Evil Geniuses didn't stand a chance. They had desperate for a flag. They somehow were able to pull it off, and now they are looking to possibly push this series to a game number 5. 3 dead temporarily there for Ronin. Tapping Buttons getting that kill on a Spartan. Has a player in front of him, another one on his radar. That was Straight Sick getting the trade on Lunchbox to his right. And now advantage in favor of Ronin because of their pyramid position. However, Suspector gets dropped by Falcated, who is over there with the carbine on the rocket side.
Ooh, it's a big action happening over here towards Blue Fountain. As you see, Tapping Buttons getting some callouts. Wants to push in to try to help out, but you cannot risk dying here. Not a whole lot of time left to play. 2 dead. There's a player in cave as Tapping Buttons collapses, grabs 1. Last guy alive is on the flag. Needs to make sure he doesn't die here.
He lives.
Touch. 3 dead. Last guy's snipe ramp.
What is that guy doing?
He doesn't finish off the kill. L-Town's not going to... Oh, no. And Tapping Buttons was running. He's not able to keep his shields or let them recharge, even though they also killed the first spawner. And no, EG falling apart at what could have been a perfect time to close this out.
They got spawns underneath the base and inside of the cave, so that means that someone was probably choking the spawns for Evil Geniuses. Whoever that was needed to position a little bit better, and now another flag being pulled, this time towards the window. Lunchbox tossing it out. He lives and tosses out pretty far. Spectre gets the kill. However, it has gone past the 50-yard line. You have a player, however, getting the return for Ronin, so they're not too concerned. Only 30 seconds left. Straight Sick now the last guy alive. No one in position to grab the flag right now, but you do have Lunchbox laying down some nasty shots. This is good for Evil Geniuses, but they only have 15 more seconds to run this flag and get it inside.
Yeah, and you can see Lunchbox here is trying to help out his brother Roy over towards Blue Cave, but with only 10 seconds left, Tom, that's going to be it. And what could have been a win for Ronin, and then EG almost a win themselves in overtime here, is going to be turning into a replay.
A full-on replay. I cannot believe the way that game turned out. Evil Geniuses with a miracle at the end. Hail Mary, whatever you want to call it. But we are moving into game number 4, V2.
Right, we'll see, taking a look at the stats here momentarily, but that was a pretty crazy game, Tom. We'll try to break down and see who was really stepping up. One thing that points out to me, Roy had 30 assists, 26 and 24 with 30 assists.
That is insane. As many assists as the Spectre and L-Town combined. ridiculous. As many as tapping buttons and Lunchbox combined as well. You guys can see I only go for the easy ads overall. But fantastic job, especially by EG there. Not giving up, tapping buttons, somehow miraculously living as he tosses that flag down out towards bottom center. I even think that he tossed it past bottom center all the way in towards the silver area. Then he thrust it on over towards the grass. So just amazing plays from Evil Geniuses overall. Ronin's going to have to reset here, realize that they have an opportunity to close this series out. It's not over for them. They could have very well even lost that game at the end right there if it wasn't for a couple of lucky spawns and some really nice shots by Straight down towards bottom middle to keep these guys alive.
Yeah, I mean, there were 14 flag grabs that game alone. So that is just way more than you normally see in a CTF game. But with this game being a tied 1, we are looking at a full replay here. So back to first 3 captures to win. It's not going to be any kind of first sudden death overtime here quite yet. We'd have to have these 2 teams tie again in order to go into that breaker here. But this is CTF Coliseum. We are getting the players loaded up in the match here momentarily, and we'll get this one underway again.
Yeah, and based on the way that Evil Geniuses was playing that one towards the end, I would have to say the momentum's still on their side. However, Ronin did have a pretty, solid game overall, so it's going to be tough to count them out. I think the way that Straight shooting is definitely going to be one of those keys to victory here. L-Town definitely had a solid game as well. I think he had the best in terms of the kills and deaths for the Ronin squad, but here it is. It's going to be Lunchbox making his way on over towards the rocket side. Last time he fought Spartan. This time it's going to be L-Town. L-Town going to get the better of him this time. Are they going to be able to secure the rockets, though? That would be huge for Ronin.
Ooh, but 2 dead already here for EG. Luckily, Tapping Buttons answers back with a kill of his own, but L-Town was able to get rockets here, and we'll see who finds the sniper rifle, and that's going to be Spartan here. So this is a really good opportunity. Another opening strategy win here coming out for Ronin.
Yeah, and now L-Town is going to try to position a little bit better than before. You saw he was just shooting a couple of rockets down towards the cave. Now waiting for players to push in. That's going to be 3 dead. That's a double kill for L-Town. Last guy alive, though, Roy, again with the flanks towards the snipe side. We saw him do it before when it looked like Ronin was potentially going to come out with a capture, and then he grabbed that sniper rifle. Now does it again, this time grabbing the rockets.
Yeah, and you see what goes on here as Evil Genius is trying to push in on some sort of a collapse, but Straight answers back. He's got a flag cap, or a flag grab, I should say, of his own, but Valkated with the rockets will pick up a kill and a return there.
Oh, no.
What the heck, Tom?
That was a triple kill for Roy. Are you
Reversal
serious?
Triple kill.
Reversal. That was a kill that L-Town had to get. That results in a flag cap for Evil Geniuses. Wow, what a play coming in from Roy. Mishap there from L-Town. And now you see Evil Geniuses with all the momentum over here. They get the last 2 flag caps, one with 30 seconds left in that game, another one here about a minute and a half in. So you can assume that they're going to continue to put the pressure on. Roy with the killing spree, multiple players playing defense here for EG. They are going to reset Ronin ASAP.
Yeah, and Roy the Lion definitely letting out some roars here as he just clutched it up like no other to get that first capture here. Oh, Tapping Buttons barely missing those headshots here. It's going to give an opportunity for Ronin to try to run it, but what are they doing? The communication falls apart momentarily, and what could have been an awesome opportunity to run a flag turns into some crucial mistakes.
Yeah, and they're still not pushing that one on over towards the elbow area. This could have been flag capped a year ago, and now they're still just getting the touchdown over towards the runway. And these are one of those captures that now everyone starts overextending, and yes, the Spectre gets that kill, but it gets traded out from Tapping Buttons. This is when everyone starts getting too desperate, and now you leave yourself open to potentially giving up map control to EG. Fortunately for Ronin, Straight got his head in the right place and pushes towards Catwalk. Numbers go over now, he's running the flag, but that could have been a disaster.
His head was in the right place all the way till he just fully committed to going for that flag and gets instantly taken out here. But lots of big individual wins coming out for the side of Ronin. But luckily for EG, their individual performances came all out at one time when EG and Roy especially was able to secure that flag.
Lunchbox trying to clear out his base as fast as possible. Did get his shields back, so now he's going to have an advantage in this fight, but instead just prioritizing kills, not getting too caught up with that 1v1. And also helps his flag get returned. So great heads-up play coming in from Lunchbox. So many times people are so concerned about the players near them that they forget to even respond to that player on side of his own flag. So great job there, listening to his teammates and responding to the callouts, and now he gets rewarded by some good map positioning by the rest of his team.
Ooh, but there is an enemy member of Ronin here in the own base. Ooh, somebody with a sniper rifle is going to take him out. Lunchbox gets dropped though, and that could have been another time to try to get the flag out. Straight6 picks up a great double kill on defense.
You could tell that Lunchbox was almost scared to fight Straight6 right there, where he saw it with Straight6. Straight6 started like pegging him with some pretty good shots. Lunchbox maybe missed a shot or half a shot, whatever you want to call it, but that's the type of confidence that you have to have when you're going up against Straight6, the way that he's been shooting. Perfect shots coming in from Falcated. Flag is out right now, but it looks like it'll eventually be returned. Falcated getting out of the cave. Interesting strategy there. Looks like he wanted to go back for that sniper rifle, but only one shot in it. Makes it count right there, but he does have plenty of ammo left actually. Thought he only had one bullet, but it looks like that one was almost full. That grenade not going to connect with Straight6, but he has no shields over towards the cave. Great opportunity to run this flag here. They do have rockets in the hands of Alatown, but all four dead by Ronin. EG possibly going up 2-0 in this game.
Well, they should begin the callouts on this guy here. They cannot let Spartan grab a kill. There's two players bottom center, another one in flag, another one in cave. Falcated. That's a big kill. Maybe make that two. Nope, doesn't even matter here. 3 dead, and EG trying to move this flag. Falcated doing everything he can. We'll see if he hits another one. Sure enough, he's just shooting fish in a barrel, Tom.
Yeah, seriously, this guy is just picking players off perfectly with his positioning. That's another one going on over to Falcated. This man is a monster right now, aware of the spawns, aware of the players coming around the corner from him as well. Can he connect onto Spartan? He does. Falcated. That was definitely the best minute and a half that we've seen from this kid. Yeah,
Falcated just hit 16 kills this game. Suspector only has 6 for Ronin, so you can just see how well Falcated is going off in this replay.
Yeah, so let's see if Suspector can answer the call here. Now down 2-0 in this game. When they were 30 seconds away from winning this series, this would be a heartbreaking series loss for Ronin if it does happen. Again, Evil Geniuses, they're down in this series 2-0. Roy given the business right there. Straight6 dropping down with the return. What is the play here for Ronin, Kyle, with the way that EG has been playing?
I mean, it looks like as long as they can stop dying when they're in the enemy team's base, they've been able to get some control and have numbers advantages, but they're just not able to get the flag out really far. And what was really the story was Falcated sniping a minute ago. So once this new sniper comes up in 3 seconds, we'll see if Ronin can put it to use.
Roy is going to try to push up over towards that snipe side with his teammate, and this is the right play here. Now they just need to get that guy inside the cave, and then another player to run that flag on over towards the fountain. Straight6 with a really nice grenade is going to slow things down just a little bit. He also weakened the sniper rifle player, then flanks up the lift right there, so takes out both players, both of the Browns right there, to try to get his team into it. Now he has to rotate on over towards top catwalk or possibly make his way into the EG base.
Yeah, it looks like nobody's got eyes on Tapping Buns, who's hiding in the cave here, and he does a great job buying time, and Straight6 pushes a little bit too far, and just like that, they had amazing setup, and they just went 3 down.
Tapping Buttons has a great opportunity here to pick some faces off, finds a body shot right there, looking for some more on the players pushing up towards. Ooh, nasty shot right there on the player making his way up towards the Rocket Street. Can he find the player making his way over towards the window? Almost giving him a haircut right there, but not close enough. Now rotating over towards the Sneaky, but does get hit with a grenade marker, so he has to relocate. Looking for players on his radar, but missed out on Spartan coming in from behind.
Yeah, that was Tapping Buttons not being able to put that to use as much as he would have quite liked. Falcated is on fire. His pistol is hot. His sniper is on another level right now. And sure enough, EG's keeping this aggression on.
Yeah, EG just needs one more flag cap again to push this to game number 5. If we do see a game number 5, it is going to be Team Slayer on Truth, just like we saw in that first series. Alatown trying to make sure that that doesn't happen, though. He does have the numbers advantage. 3 dead there for Evil Geniuses. Now just has to watch the last player alive, which is Tapping Buttons, caught out over towards the cave. Good grenade there coming in from Alatown, finds the kill. They also have good control here, as now Evil Geniuses needs to focus on just letting this flag capture go and realizing the score here. It's 2-1. They just need either to play defense or not give up another flag capture while getting one of their own.
Yeah, Ronin went for a double capture there, but EG recognized it, did pick up 2 kills here when everybody comes off of spawn. It's going to be Suspector with some more perfect shots here, but Lunchbox, great job getting that plasma grenade out. Will finish off Suspector here. Seeing the kill feed though, Roy, he's found himself a Rockets. Falcated challenging elbow. That's a little too challenging by Falcated.
A little too challenging.
A little too challenging there. You're not going to want to do that one no matter how well you're shooting.
Yeah, but here's the thing, is Straight Sick is the guy that's shooting the best for the side of Ronin, so it's great to see those two guys going head to head. If it's not a perfect kill, you're most likely going to die overall. Now it looks like Roy, the line, has grabbed the Rockets. Only one left in this one as he does have to reload it. There it is. Can he find that kill? No. Great thrust back there by, I believe, Suspector. Now Suspector even getting aggressive, flying through those grenades. And now it looks like Ronin, the aggressors over here, they desperately want to tie this one up and make sure that they do not push this to game number 5.
Ooh, but that was a big trade, and now killing the flag carrier, they've got a numbers advantage. L-Town tries to answer back with a kill of his own. 2 players down here by Fountain, though. They're not going to be able to finish it off. Will they get a touch? No. Flag gets returns, and the kills come in here for EG. Great defense.
So unfortunate there for Ronin, especially L-Town. 2 players, no shields. He wanted to go and kill both of those guys and get the touch, or at least do one of the 2. Couldn't find the flag touch. Roy got the return. L-Town ended up dropping overall, and now EG resetting the map. But Ronin definitely the aggressors here in the last couple of minutes, especially since they got their first flag cap in this replay.
Yeah, and we're still here on board with Suspector. He's constantly gone over, and he answers with a stick of himself. Picks up a kill there on the Lunchbox. That's still 2 dead for Ronin, 1 dead for EG. They constantly keep trying to push into the base, but they need to make more of a coordinated effort here, as the defense from both of these squads is definitely at 100% right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. So now it's another battle of L-Town versus Lunchbox on the Rocket side. They trade off kills. Spartan trying to get some help from Straight Sick, and it happens. 2 dead for Evil Geniuses. Spartan with the Rockets now. He does rocket that player and stays alive at the same time. Falcade, the last guy alive. Not sure where he is, but you do see the player outline for tapping buttons. Falcade has made his way all the way towards the back of the base. Made Spartan waste a rocket. Also called it out for tapping buttons. Great plays by EG.
The defense and the communication for EG, you can just tell how much these guys are yelling and screaming this game. Nobody wants to lose. Everybody wants to end the regular season here on a win. We already have seen Optic Gaming fall. The next question is, who of these 2 squads is going to be happy at the end of the day?
Yeah, that's true. And only 1 minute and 10 seconds. Are we going to see the reverse effect over here coming in from Ronin, trying to do what Evil Geniuses did to them in the first replay of this Coliseum game? Picking up a couple of slays as L-Town. That's going to be good for Ronin. Tapping buttons finds a kill onto Spartan, so now they're going to have to reset just a little bit, but with 1 minute left, they cannot afford to sit back and play defense. They desperately need to get a flagpole.
Ooh, some great shots here. Straight Sick gets a perfect on Roy. Tom, you weren't kidding when you said how well some of these guys are shooting this series. They are definitely bringing their A game here. EG's turn, it's their turn for defense once again. Roy is the last one on the flag as one of his teammates come off his spawn. 2 collapsing from Ronin on elbow. They need a flank from below the base. Looks like Lunchbox is the guy to do that, but he's not able to grab any of these kills, and this is looking scary, Tom, with only 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. This is exactly when EG made their move last time. Now it's Ronin trying to do the same thing over here. If Ronin is able to capture, we are going to overtime again. That's going to be 3 dead. Last guy alive is Lunchbox. Can he get the kill? He has to reload. He can't find it. The grenade coming in. Only 10 more seconds over here before this one is over. Tapping buttons is going to get the kill. Straight Sick is going to have to follow this flag guy in. 5, 4. It's going in right at 3. Are you kidding me, Kai?
This is absolutely absurd. We are going into our second overtime here, but 3 dead for Ronin. It might have been a little bit too much to try to tie that one up. They got to find the last guy. Spartan gets taken out. There's 1 top Rockets. There's 1 bottom center. They're flying as fast as possible. The flag carrier gets killed.
L-Town coming in for the touch. Great play to go for the touch there. There was no chance of him getting the return. He's only trying to buy some more time for his teammates. There goes the return. Evil Geniuses puts it in and pushes this to a game number 5. Holy smokes.
Wow, Tom, today is turning out to be a pretty exciting day.
I'm exhausted already.
Yeah, game 5. We're already going into, what is it, game 6 now, considering it was just a replay that we were looking at there. Ooh. These guys, all of these players are going to be exhausted after this as well. And Roy with that triple kill, I forgot that that was that game. 28 and 21, being a beast here.
Yeah, taking a look at the power weapon kills. Look at L-Town, 6 power weapon kills. Where is the rest of his team with the weapons? 1 for Spartan, 0 from Straight Sick and Suspector. That is not what you want to see coming out from your guys that are supposed to be responsible for that part of the game. How many returns? 8 returns overall from Evil Geniuses. That's absolutely insane.
That is crazy.
They had 12 flag grabs overall.
Yeah, 14 flag grabs last game, 12 this game. That's 26 grabs we've already seen overall in this one series alone, Tom. And one thing I wanted to point out, Spartan this game, 23 kills, so, you know, up there near the top with the rest of his squad, 21 assists. L-Town only had 5.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it there. You're going to have to pick up a little bit more. But keep in mind, he was the guy controlling the weapons overall. So not too surprising that he didn't have as many assists as the rest of the team. But that's a pretty big difference, 21 compared to 5. So now it's all coming down to this Truth Slayer over here, Kyle. What do you think? Is Evil Geniuses going to carry the momentum? I mean, you would have said the same thing, that Optic was going to be able to win that after winning the next 2 games. But it just doesn't seem like it's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, I predicted Optic to win the first series. Tom, you were right with the Liquid pick. Even being up 48-42, I wasn't able to get it right.
I was just right because you were wrong. So
that's probably what it is here. So I mean, it's going into Game 5, True Slayer. Whew, this is I have no idea.
I feel like this is Tapping Buttons show. This is the Tapping Buttons, you know, show right now. Falcated, he was shooting great. I'm curious to see if he's going to be able to carry that on over. Straight Stick obviously matching that fire for fire there, but I feel like we've been talking about him a lot. We've been hyping him up a ton. This could be his opportunity to shine. Evil Geniuses, they've been waiting for a big win like this for quite a while now, so this is going to just be miraculous for their fans, for the organization, and especially for the players that have been putting in all the work.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. And as we go into a Game 5, Truth Slayer here. This one, Tom, is, I mean, you predicted the last one, Game 5, would it be 50-49 or something like that? Well, it's 50-48. We'll see how this one goes, as we've seen some stakes and we've seen some 50-49s in these Game 5s, basically. We'll see who decides or how this one goes.
Roy doesn't get shot to start this one. He has a big flank towards bottom center, gets that shots, perfect shots right there, finding the double kill onto Spartan and Straight Stick, maybe looking for the triple kill. Lunchbox picks up a double too, all 4 dead for Ronin to start the game.
Ooh, EG's got to be happy with that one. They weren't able to secure the camo, but getting a burn and 4 down, I'll take that over getting camo any day here. As you can see, the collapse for Evil Geniuses. They know everyone came off spawn towards red and car side. Roy is pushing up top of the base, gets shots on 2 players. Big 1v1 battle, and Roy with another perfect, his second one already this game.
However, that's all 4 dead there for Evil Geniuses. That's a disaster. You have the 4-0 lead, you have the map positioning, and you all die. That is just not good for EG. Great news for Ronin. Let's see if they can capitalize on that bad challenge from Suspector. Roy's going to drop him overall, and I believe Roy has 4 out of the 7 kills overall for his team right now.
4 and 1 already, Tom.
That's great for Roy.
Right now, as we look at L-Town's screen here, this is somebody we've talked about in the past that's struggled a little bit in some of these Game 5s, especially after a Game 2 monstrous performance that we saw out of him. We'll see if he's able to turn it around this time, as a 4-kill lead off the start has turned down to just 1 kill before the 10 kill mark.
All tied up now, 8-8 as Straight Stick finds that kill onto Falcated. Now L-Town working with his teammate over towards the bubble side, trying to take out the player over towards top car, but little does he know that there's 2 around the corner. 1 player, 1 shot right in front of him. That's going to be another player that's weak as well, picking up Falcated and Lunchbox. That's 3 if he wants it onto Roy on the street, but not able to connect for the triple kill. Going to give that one on over to Spartan, but Roy still no shields, P2, and L-Town is completely aware of that. Give him the Guardian Angel medal. Great shots onto Falcated, weakening him as well, and now Ronin on a little bit of a roll here.
Yeah, they got a couple kills. L-Town, who almost died, may be able to pick up yet another kill here for his squad, but no, Falcated flies out of the window and grabs one himself.
What a job by Tapping Buttons staying alive right there. Big 1v1, Spartan gonna find a double kill. Getting that kill onto Roy, that's big because you can see he wants that camo, which just popped up. Evil Geniuses, they're aware of this as well, making their way outside of that red base. Falcated trying to make his way towards pink 1, spots out Suspector down below, working with Lunchbox. That should be an easy kill for Falcated, but he doesn't throw the grenade. Instead, waits for it just a little bit too long, and now Suspector gets away with that camo.
That was a kind of a big misstep, although Falcated does a nice job backing down and staying alive here. Needs to dodge a couple grenades, and Suspector getting away with that camo. Definitely big crucial mistake. They could have had numbers and camo guy down and been collapsing on blue base, but now they've got to be scared because they don't know where he's gone.
Yeah, 2 big misplays. One right there, not killing the camo guy, and another one in the beginning of the game, letting these guys to get the momentum to even have the lead right now when they were up 4-0. So just such a big difference. 7-kill swing ever since the opening spawn. Not what Evil Geniuses was hoping for. L-Town picking off Falcated right there, not even showing up or taking any damage. Now Lunchbox and Roy gonna have to push out towards the red side of Pink, but they're all trapped inside the base. Fortunately for them, Falcated did get a split spawn, so maybe this is their opportunity to push and collapse on P2.
Ooh, and they get 2 dead here. Tapping Buns able to stay alive. We're on board with Lunchbox. They've got some callouts. They know players are here at red base. Lunchbox is going to have somebody right behind him. He's got to be careful. Great job by L-Town electing to shoot the no shields player before turning around, and he grabs himself a double kill.
Yeah, at least Evil Geniuses, though, is keeping this one within striking distance. That's all they can hope for right now. 3 players on the Pink side for Ronin. They're going to have to send a couple more players on this car side. That's exactly what they're doing right now. L-Town and Suspector trying to get the kills, but now you can see that Roy wants to push inside the space, hasn't been spotted out, has players weak as well. Now it takes L-Town fairly weak. Another player pushing it over towards the Pink side, but Tapping Buttons is going to drop to L-Town. Spartan is going to drop Roy as well, and this is big because Camo's coming up, and you do have Ronin with control.
Yeah, and Ronin has that time on Camo, even though Evil Geniuses also does, picking up that kill before. But yeah, I mean, 2 Camos already going over to Ronin when one of them definitely should have been EG's to take.
Suspector, who went huge with that camo, now with a nice pre-grenade, but doesn't realize 3 players from Evil Geniuses on top of that base. That does buy time for L-Town to get the camo, and this is huge. L-Town can almost win this game here for Ronin if he goes on a little bit of a spree. So important for him not to be the first person to push up. He gets lit up, now gonna have to stay alive. Are they gonna throw grenades on top of the Eli? Doesn't look like Evil Geniuses has any to throw out, and L-Town is gonna get a close call.
Ooh, but the player behind L-Town, Straightsig, gets taken out by Lunchbox. They still figuring that the camo player is around here. They're just not able to spot him yet. We'll see if Roy sees him, Roy spots him. The eagle eyes, like we said, they are in full effect all day today, Tom.
Yeah, Lunchbox left the base. He was underneath. Instead, he's going to go up top and get a kill onto Spartan. Now L-Town going to have to relocate. And, I mean, L-Town didn't do much with that camo. He didn't even get a kill out of all of that. It is a 3-kill lead for Ronin, but that was L-Town's big opportunity to do something. I don't think pushing Pink side, obviously, now that we've seen what happened, that wasn't the play.
Right, Tom. Nice job putting that one together there. And as far as we're watching here, still Straightsig putting some great shots down on Roy, who's just being that anchor for his team right now. Lunchbox follows up with a killing spree and the kill onto Suspector. 2-kill game. Roy still challenging, and a great job, great decision overall. They get him weak, they cross map, take out L-Town top center, collapsing on red base. 2 players in the window and Attic working together. Great, nobody from EG dying, and we are seeing another lead change.
Lunchbox going big when his team needed him. We were calling him out earlier for a couple of rough games. Now he's stepping it up big here in game number 5. 1-kill lead for Evil Geniuses. Camo coming up in about 10 seconds. Lunchbox, if he can win this one, that'd be huge. Taking L-Town down to no shields for Tapping Buttons to finish him off. Falcated with the perfect shots onto Straightsig. It seems like EG is starting to move a little bit faster than Ronin, and Ronin's on their heels right now, so they're going to have to regroup, reset, and try to get control of Pink.
Yeah, they've got, looks like several members of Ronin here trapped over towards blue base. Some great shots and action coming in, but no, the 2-player back down too early. Spartan was able to get away, no shields here. Oh, Tapping Buttons going to a big 1v1 fight and wins it, but there's 2 players blue side. They're not calling him out yet. They need to go for him.
Yeah, they do, though, eventually. That's going to be Spartan and Suspector picking up 2 kills. Roy's going to answer back with a grenade kill. They're on to Straightsig. 3-kill lead for Evil Geniuses. Suspector does not spot that player. P3, I'm not sure if he completely missed him, but that's Lunchbox dropping down behind Spartan and getting a kill. Straightsig does answer back with a kill of his own, but that is not what Ronin was looking for. That could have been a great opportunity for Suspector to keep his teammate alive and get a kill.
Yeah, now they're up by 4. Tapping Buttons was over at car side. That's why you were seeing Suspector and crew look for him, but he decides just to vacate the area, escapes back to his teammates, and EG, they are not trying to let this one go.
Not at all. Still anyone's game, though. We saw what happened in the Team Liquid Optic Gaming Series 48-42. They were able to win it. Now a 5-kill lead for EG, but not a good position to be in right now if you're Ronin, trapped inside of the blue base, and now they get punished heavily by Falcated coming in, make that a 6-kill lead. Now Falcated is going to eventually drop over here, but they have no control of the side bases right now. Only red. One player does pop up. 2 players car 1 right now. I'm not sure what EG is doing down low. That could be a mistake.
Yeah, that big lead of 5 or even 6 kills is down to only 3 now as Roy and another player, Blue 2, are fighting each other. L-Town, nice job finishing off that kill. 2-kill lead, but a nice collapse comes in. It's back up to 3, Tom, 41-44. Who is going to take this one? Camo is going to be another big point of contesting here. As you see, all of Ronin, or several members at least, are already over there. But another good cleanup here by Falcated comes in. Spartan is in P2 as we're watching his screen fighting Roy. 2 guys red side of the base. Roy with a huge win. And Lunchbox following up that kill. So now they are in the mode. This is almost what we saw last game, 47-42, but instead it was 48-42. Optics lead, and then the P3 battles. But this time it goes a little bit differently. Stellar's not up there to stay alive, and EG's looking to close this one out.
Oh, big kill right there. They don't get the melee onto Straysick. He's now 1 shot underneath the base, 49-45. Ronin does have good map positioning right now, but it's only 1 more kill for Evil Geniuses. They have a player in P2. Now they're sending multiple players over towards P2. Not sure if that's the play. They're just going to rotate around the map and run all the way away from Lunchbox.
And Tapping Buns has the camo as well. He's moving around the map here. They got a player, 3 players from Ronin. You can see all those player outlines. Lunchbox is just trying to look for a straggler, but there are no stragglers. You guys need to get over there and work together. Everyone's dying. The camo player just died. 49-48. Tom, this is not happening again.
Are you serious? This does not get any better. Now Lunchbox trying to clutch it up, just waiting for a player to push over towards P2. However, there was a player P3 instead. Now Lunchbox going to pop out. It's going to be Spartan. He's challenging just a little bit too hard. He hits him with the grenade. Lunchbox clutches it. What a grenade onto Spartan. Wow.
Holy cow, Tom. The series today are not disappointing. These matches have been completely absurd. Once again, an almost insane comeback, and sure enough, the player we highlighted before this match got started, Mr. Lunchbox, going off.
21-9 for Lunchbox, but not only that, Kyle, 8 players protected. That's insane.
Oh
8
my.
players protected, 50-48. He gets 21 kills and saves 8 behinds.
That's correct. And yeah, I mean, I got really scared. I didn't like Lunchbox's movement towards the end.
I didn't like those shots or anything. That looked like horrible for Lunchbox. And then he just hits him with the grenade right in between his feet.
Yeah, geez. I mean, God, that's serious. We had a tie game, a replay. 2 flags captured within the last 30 seconds of regulation play. And then a 50-48 with a huge comeback at the end. This is, I can't handle all this stuff.
I don't know what's going on right now. Now we still have 2 more series left, and it felt like we just casted like more than we've ever casted in any pro league overall. But hats off to Evil Geniuses, because that's one of the wins that they've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, they've got to feel good about that one. They've had a couple heartbreaking losses over the course of the season. A Game 5 with Envy they weren't able to capitalize on, and now finally getting that win. And like we said, some people are going to be really unhappy at the end of the night. Others are going to be very happy, and it's really just depends on who wins these matches today.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm curious to see what EG thought after the first 2 games, because obviously they turned it on in that Strongholds Plaza game. They clutched it in the CTF Coliseum. That game could have got away from them, but somehow Lunchbox with the miraculous plays, 21-9. That is no joke in a Game 5, especially with some decent amount of assists too, 8 assists.
Yeah, especially being down in the series 2-1, especially tying Game 4 and going into a replay, and then heading into a Game 5 and dropping a 21-9. And least deaths in the game, most kills in the game, only assists, or this guy would have been looking at front page news across the board.
Yeah, and nobody really had a bad game coming out from the Ronin side. I mean, you see Straight Six sitting at 7 and 15. Everyone was, +1 or -1 or -2, and the guys that did go -1 or -2 had, a decent amount of assists. So, nothing that Ronin can do except, looking at that CTF Coliseum game and being like, wow, we really missed a huge opportunity there with 30 seconds left, closing the series out 3-1. Because no matter what, just going to that game 5, you're just running too much of a risk to see what just happened right there.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of games and a lot to learn from this series for that Ronin squad here, and you can absolutely expect to see these guys bounce back here for DreamHack Atlanta, and you can never count them out. Like, these guys are extremely talented, but it was EG looks like almost just wanting it more today, and Lunchbox and Rory really stepping up too.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that or if it was just they really clutched it up when they needed to. I mean, again, 30 seconds left in that CTF Coliseum. Miraculous plays coming out from everybody, especially tapping buttons, staying alive there. And then, Roy kind of was the silent guy throughout a majority of this too, because he was kind of consistently going even or, not going negative, not going super positive. Meanwhile, Lunchbox and Falcade really started off slow, and then they really started to pick it up towards the tail end of that, and not necessarily carried Evil Geniuses, but a lot of the decision-making and the shots that they were landing, it kept EG's momentum heavily in their favor.
All right, now we do have our interview with the winning team. It's Evil Geniuses, Mr. Lunchbox. Congratulations on the win. Let's start off with this game number 5. Just talk me through it.
Yeah, I had to make up for the lackluster series for me from the last 4 games. So definitely not our best series as a team. I felt like we played pretty sloppy, which was a little frustrating. But we clutched up game 5 and strung off 3 wins in a row there, which was nice to get the reverse sweep there and finish the season out 3-4.
And the Brown twins, the only guys I know after coming off a 50-48 Game 6 series that aren't that excited.
Oh, I'm sure that they were stoked, when the cameras were off. But
yeah.
you have Towie filming in the background, so I'm sure that's going to make it into like episode 17 or something like that.
Right. Yeah. It was just a frustrating start to the series for me. So, it was nice to string that off. Though, like I said, it was a big win, ending on a victory, and just kind of gives us a little momentum going into DreamHack.
Let's rewind a little bit and talk about the CTF Coliseum game, because obviously you guys have been so well-rounded in strongholds. I felt like you guys weren't going to go out without a fight. You guys won that one, but CTF Coliseum, 30 seconds left. What the heck was going on in that game?
Yeah, the first game was real hectic coming down to the wire. We had a chance to cap and just didn't play it right. And then the last game, it was kind of a back and forth game. Their team is a big overextending team. They overextended a lot. So, as long as we can catch that guy and then just try and bring back the flag and follow him back. And, we did a pretty good job that game, but just, back and forth both Coliseum games.
Now, what was the communications like towards the end of the replay? So you guys capped with 30 seconds left on Ronin, and then they capped on you guys in the replay with 5 seconds left.
Oh yeah.
How what's going through your guys' mindset when you have a reverse like that?
Yeah, I didn't even remember that, to be completely honest. I was just so involved in the game. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, it was very back and forth. We clutched up. We were down 2-1 in the first game and ended up tying it up and sent it to the replay. And the second game, same thing. I think we were up maybe 2-0 or at least 2-1. And they were able to tie it up. And then, luckily we were able to get that last fly cap and force them to just kind of desperate.
All right, so last guy alive, P2, your entire team just died all around you. What are you thinking, and how happy were you that grenade stuck in between Spartan's feet and just completely destroyed him?
Yeah, that was super lucky. I had plasma, so that was why I stayed in pink 2. I was hoping if we had 1 kill to give, so I didn't want to backtrack and give up my pink 2 position because they didn't know I was there. But yeah, kind of a sloppy push by us for all 3 of us to die without getting a kill to begin with. But super fortunate that my nade stuck. My frag grenade stuck to his feet, and I was able to get that 40 or 50th kill. So definitely very happy we were able to clutch that series out and win.
Yeah, Jason, well, congratulations there. Tell your whole squad that they did phenomenal. I thought we were going to see a repeat of the first series of the night, a 48-42. You guys were up 47-42,
yeah.
But luckily you guys closed it out.
Yeah, luckily I got that Xfinity internet there that my frag grenade stuck to his feet. Pretty fortunate.
Excellent. Jason, thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of your time here before you have to prepare for DreamHack Atlanta.
Yep, thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, there you see it. Calculated grenade toss there coming out from Lunchbox. Yep. But I think about Evil Genius's fans because, you know, they've just had so many heartbreaking losses throughout all of this time ever since, you know, getting gold to X Games. And I feel like that's kind of their first substantial series that, you know, it could have been another one of those heartbreaking ones, but they ended up pulling it off.
Yeah, I mean, you do not want to go into this next month knowing you just dropped the ball with a 47-42. No offense to Optic Gaming, of course. Like, they're number one, they're looking good, but you don't want to sit this whole month knowing that you just had that happen there at that game. But of course, if you like what you watch and you want to rewatch and see any of this exciting action that we've had today, I know I will. You can always head over to youtube.com/ESL Halo to find all of the VODs there. That does it for our match number 2, Tom, and we've already had this much action and excitement. When we come back from break, we'll have Splice going up against Luminosity Gaming, so don't go anywhere.